This is about where our food comes from.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Do you know what you're looking at there?
Yes, they're slaughtering pigs, right?
Yeah, correct. Have you seen footage like this before?
No, I haven't, but I grew up close to it, so
Okay.
I'm aware of the horror of it.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Yeah. Look, that's good stuff.
Thank you.
Come on. Great job, guys.
Why do you think you don't like to watch it?
It's gross to me.
It's gross, yeah. It's very normalized, isn't it? We're just given the chicken or the beef or whatever, and we're made to think that it's normal to eat them. Do you think that if we showed people this, especially like from kids, when they first start eating, solid foods, do you think people would want to eat animals?
I totally agree. I have a goddaughter. She's 3.
Yeah.
And my best friend's a vegan. And she explained to her, so she tells me all the time, you eat friends, don't eat friends.
Yeah.
So, I do understand. And she's 3 and she's
And she gets
vegan.
it, yeah.
I believe in, animals were put on here for we're the top of the food chain to do that. I don't think we should mistreat them though.
Right.
I think that we should be fair to them.
So if we kill them humanely, then that's okay?
Yeah.
Sure. How do you kill someone humanely who doesn't want to die?
Well, they're not a someone to me, they're an animal.
I watched the documentary saying
You have?
what you eat. It was a documentary.
What the hell?
What the hell?
You've seen that?
Yes.
And you're still
I
eating
stopped
that?
drink- no, I
you
stopped
stopped?
Give us I stopped drinking the milk.
All right,
and the
that's
Pulse
awesome.
And all that's in there.
Yeah.
And how I watched. I went light on the meat, but
But you're still a little bit in there.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're showing what happens to animals for us to eat them. So
What is that, a
over here, this is seafood, but I want to show you over here, for example. This is pigs. So if you eat sausages, pork, bacon, things like that.
In a little area like that?
Well, that's the end of the line. They're being shot in the head, and then they'll have their throat slit. So that's the very end. Have you never seen anything like this before?
No.
Yeah, it's hard to see. It's hard to watch, isn't
In
it?
the head right now?
Well, how else do you think they kill them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a cow.
There's a cow, yeah. When you watch things like this, does it make you feel hungry, angry, or sad?
It hurts my heart.
It hurts your heart and it makes you feel sad, yeah? Yeah.
Do you think like animals have souls and that kind of stuff?
Well, regardless of all of that, the question is, do we need to do what we do to them?
Well, I don't think that we need to be inhumane. Well, I don't know if that's the right word, but I don't think that we need to mistreat them. But
Okay, but we need to kill them to eat them, right?
I think so.
Okay, so if we need to kill them to eat them, but we don't need to eat them, why are we doing it?
To eat them.
Why?
Well, I mean, you're supposed to have meat and protein and
You don't think you can get protein from
what
plants?
about a lion that eats antelope?
Sure, but they're obligate carnivores. We're not.
We're omnivores.
No, we're not, actually. No.
I got my friends were eating this.
All right, do me a favour, mate.
Sure.
Take a look at these resources. You still eating bacon?
No,
No bacon,
no bacon.
pork,
I saw that.
sausages?
A little pork, sometimes
All
pork
right.
chops.
All right. Okay.
Only
This is what happens to the pigs. Right? So you've made a good connection with the health aspect, but you've got to let that into your heart, because what does your heart say when you watch that? Does it feel good?
Cruel.
It's cruel. And would you say you're against animal abuse and animal cruelty?
Yeah, not like that. I just, if they died and didn't do it on their own, then
Well, that doesn't happen. That's the thing. They don't die on their own. These are still babies when they're taken to the slaughterhouse. We've watched them on the trucks go into the slaughterhouse. They're still babies. But they're genetically modified to be really big when we kill them. So they don't look like babies, but they are. And they suffer. They suffer so much. But that's the thing. We're innately compassionate, aren't we? As children, we want to hug the puppy dog. We love kittens. We love animals. But then somehow we're taught that it's normal to eat them, and that compassion gets like torn out of us. And so we become adults and we're eating at McDonald's. Yeah, and I know, I used to do it. I did it for like, 30 years I ate animals. And then I saw stuff like this and I'm like, wait a minute. What I'm eating has a heart and a brain and a family and feelings, you know? Yeah, I mean,
I can't watch it.
yeah. So we have to ask ourselves, if it's not good enough for our eyes, why is it good enough for our stomachs?
We're going to look into it seriously.
Thank you so much for being open to it. And the most important thing is to watch this and let it into your heart deeply, because once you understand the ethics, it's like the rest gets a lot easier.
What is that?
This over here, this is chicken. Do you eat chicken?
Look at that.
No. You have to look at it if you're eating it. That's the thing. because we're paying for this to happen as consumers. So if we can't look at it, then we really have to ask ourselves, why are we contributing to it? We're paying for it. This is standard industry practice. This is nothing unusual. This is not a rogue operation. This is standard industry practice. They're bred to grow really fast, really quickly. So these are babies.
Steroids, they're pumping steroids, right?
They're genetically manipulated to grow really quickly. So they're killed when they're still babies, but they're huge and their little legs, they can't handle it, so they can't kind of walk and they fall on their backs. Their organs fail because they can't handle such a large body at such a young age.
Yeah.
So this is the dairy industry. What they're doing there is they're forcibly impregnating her. So this guy, the farmer, he's putting his fist up to his elbow into her anus, into her rectum, to manipulate her uterus. And then in the other hand, he has the bull semen and he shoots that into her vagina. And that's how they forcibly impregnate the cows to produce babies. Because you know why cows produce milk, right? For their babies. So we have to keep them always pregnant, so they're always producing milk. But guess what? We're not baby cows, so we don't need it, right? Would you consider yourself against animal cruelty?
I'm not an animal person, so I have no, it doesn't, it's not.
Oh, you don't have to love animals to know that it's wrong to hurt them, though.
I would rather much, y'all are doing a good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
You want to have a chat with me a bit more about it?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
But here's the thing, your body needs meat. Your body needs...
What does your body need from meat? What does your body need? Protein. You don't think you can get protein from plants?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, okay, beans is a plant. Yes, right?
Every plant food contains protein. So you can't
the percentage is different. Okay, what about chicken?
Yeah, what about it?
What about, it contains meat. It contains protein.
Everything contains protein.
Exactly.
You
but
don't.
The percentage of the protein is different from one product to another.
So you want to have protein from an animal, but you also want to have the cholesterol and saturated fat that causes the #1 killing disease. Is it worth it?
But here's the thing. It depends on the person. It depends on how you.
No, my friend.
Okay.
Heart disease is caused by cholesterol and saturated fat. So we don't need to eat meat for any reason. Everything that you need is found in the plant kingdom. Good evening.
Hi.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, it's all right. We're good. We're good. Thank you.
Geez, they don't like to talk, do they? So how do you form a different world in terms of producing
Well,
food?
shit, if I was the president, I'll stop all this shit. But,
So how would you do that? How would you do that? Because if you're still going to eat them, they still need to be killed, right?
I feel it's a different way.
How? Tell me, how do you humanely kill someone who doesn't want to die?
No, I'm saying a different way of producing something to eat. I mean,
animals or plants?
Plants.
Plants is good. Exactly. So basically, we don't need to be eating animals.
A different type of meat, not like that.
What kinds of meat?
Man, I don't know. Yeah,
soy meat, exactly. So
Something
meat that comes from plants. And we've already got that though. Doesn't matter what animal you're talking about and what farm they're coming from, it's all the same treatment. They all have to end up at a slaughterhouse having their heads chopped off for you to eat them. Wow. So the only way we stop this is as customers, we stop paying for it. Right. Every time we go to the store and we pay for this, or a restaurant or anywhere, we're saying to the industry, yeah, we want more of these products. And so they keep producing more of it. So if it hurts your heart and you think it's wrong, you just simply stop buying it and you buy the plant version instead.
Can I take a picture of this?
Absolutely, please. I want you to share this with everyone you know. Yes?
A cow or a camel or a sheep or a goat, slaughtering them the right way.
What's the right way to slaughter someone who doesn't want to die?
Oh, okay, so you got it this way. Okay, here's the thing. So let's go back days. Okay, I'm gonna link something to it. Okay.
No, I just want you to answer my question. How do you?
I'm gonna answer that, but I'm gonna link. I'm gonna link my answer to that through something.
Okay.
So you know about it's a religion thing. I don't know how it is with you, but you know about Abraham and his son.
Yeah. Let's fast forward to 2018 though.
Perfect. Okay.
This is chicken right here. Okay. I was at a slaughterhouse today actually, and I watched chickens having their throats slit. What's the difference?
To kill a dog?
There's no difference between a dog and a cow.
No, there is.
What is it?
What you gonna benefit from a dog that you're not gonna get it? You're not gonna benefit from a cow.
Meat is meat. You just said.
No.
Some countries they eat cows, some countries they eat dogs, so it's no difference.
Meat is not a meat.
The only thing is that with the soy and all that stuff, it's just more expensive.
Yeah.
I can't afford it. Like,
sure.
can afford the more expensive stuff.
I understand. There's
and
two
organic
things.
Stuff.
Don't worry about organic. Don't worry about that.
Organic doesn't really.
Don't worry about that. I don't eat organic. I mean, it's, you know, it can be healthier for you, but right now, what you need to worry about is that 14 of the 15 leading causes of death come from animal products. It's not the inorganic foods, it's that it's coming from animals. It's high in cholesterol and saturated fat and animal protein.
I just wish the pricing was.
Okay, so there's a few things here. First of all, healthcare is super expensive, especially in the States, right? Super expensive. Now, when you switch to a plant-based diet, you are lowering your risk of getting sick. So you're saving. Exactly. So yeah, sure, soy products may be a little bit more expensive, but you're saving on healthcare long term. So you're saving money long term. The other thing is you don't have to eat those products. So I don't eat any of those. I eat whole foods, which means fruit, vegetables, whole grains like quinoa and rice. I eat beans, legumes.
I eat a lot of rice. I mean, I'm Hispanic. So
potatoes, exactly. We've been eating so much Mexican since we've been in the States. I'm from Australia, right? But you can do it super cheap.
I love your accent, by the way.
Thank you so much. I like yours. We're in Texas, y'all.
Yes.
I eat seafood.
No.
No?
Well, is a fish an animal or a plant?
Fish is an animal.
That's right. So we don't eat any animals. So we only eat plants. So, you know, rice, beans, vegetables, fruit, pasta, bread. You can have tacos, burritos, burgers made out of plants.
Okay, thank you
so much. You're very welcome.
I appreciate the knowledge.
Thank you for being open to it.
Yes,
really
of
appreciate
course.
it. All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Let's go.
I understand.
The question was, how do you humanely slaughter someone who doesn't want to die? What's the right way to do it?
I'll be honest with you. We don't know if they don't want to die or not, but somebody needs to be sacrificed. That's right.
They don't need to be sacrificed, and if you went over there and watched the footage, you'll see that they don't want to die. I've been to a slaughterhouse. They don't go willingly. That's right. No one wants to die.
Nobody wants to die.
No one wants to die. You don't get a mask.
We don't get a mask? We don't get a mask?
You get this.
I get that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Tough crowd.